Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has taken all of my energy right now to even video this intro. So don't expect this intro to be very long. I want to do another day in the life video, so I can't promise you that there's going to be that many interesting things happening because, well, I feel like crap and chemo has really wiped me out. I go through waves. Friday I had chemo. The next day was horrendous for me with exhaustion and stomach issues that resulted in bathroom issues that I won't get into detail because I don't think you care to know anyway. Saturday I had made a nail appointment while I was doing chemo on Friday, and that was probably the dumbest thing I ever did because I had zero energy, but I also haven't gone and got my nails done in like 3 to 5 years because of risk of infection. So I went and got my nails done. Here they are. They're really cute. But yeah, I'm probably not going to do that often just because, like I said, risk of infections. The guy that did them, though, he was very, very good and very understanding. We had a good conversation. I told him why I didn't get nails done. He was totally understanding. He made sure not to cut too down around my cuticle. Like, he trimmed up my cuticle area, but he didn't keep cutting that, some nail places, they just overcut. And that's what causes me to have an issue. So he was very considerate. He wanted to make sure every time he was doing anything, if I felt okay, he always checked on me. We talked about why I was doing chemo. So it was really good conversation and I felt really good. So I'm definitely going to make my follow-up appointment with him from now on. But anyway, that wiped me out the whole rest of the day on Saturday. The next day, we took our daughter on Sunday to get her hair trimmed up. And yeah, that was very exhausting. I had burst of energy when we went, but like I said, this chemo has given me like exhaustion on a new level. So I've been in my bed most of the day most days since Friday. Yeah, all weekend. So I'm here now. It's Monday. The kids went back to school. My husband's at work. So all I did so far was get my kids up and send them off to school. And I'm pretty much going to be here. I have my water over here, but I have no appetite. That's another thing that I've been dealing with. I take like a few bites and it either doesn't taste good to me or I'm just not wanting to finish it. I just have loss of appetite, which is one of the side effects. The side effects that I'm dealing with is just fatigue, really bad fatigue, exhaustion, nausea. I have had some stomach issues and the loss of appetite, but nothing major. It's probably too soon to tell, but like hair's not falling out, but that is on the list of side effects to watch out for. And then there's a list of things that I need to watch out for that you need to go to the ER if anything happens, like blood in your urine, blood coming out of anywhere is not good, especially if it's not supposed to. So I have to look for certain things, and yeah, pretty much that's it. But yeah, I am going to relax, take it easy, because right now, taking all my energy just talking to you guys. But thank you for watching. And hello to all the new subscribers. It means so much that you're giving my channel a chance. I know that I'm still really new and I don't have that many followers, but everyone starts from somewhere, and I would like to think that I will get better with time like some people do. And I hope you guys enjoy this little video. Don't know what it's going to be about, but you will, obviously, as you continue watching this. So I will get back on here later if there's something that I feel is worth showing. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, checking in. It's not going to be a long video with this part, but I've been sick. I have not been keeping solid foods down. I've redone this little video clip about 5 times now, no joke, because I keep having to pause it and stopping it because I feel like I'm going to be sick. But I just wanted to say, hey, I'm getting ready to write in this cute little journal. It says, "You guac my world." Got it in Alabama. It's a little diary. I'm like a diary hoarder, not gonna lie. I never finish all of them either, but I always seem to need a new one. But anyway, I'm going to rest. Did I say I took a 2-hour nap? I don't know. Anyway, I took a 2-hour nap. Chemo is really kicking my butt with the whole still taking all my energy and causing me to be extremely exhausted and lost appetite. So, yay! I have not felt like this in God ever. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a totally different experience. I had to pause that because I had the worst hiccup ever, and I didn't want you guys thinking I was getting sick on camera. I would not do that to you guys, but I am gonna go because I am exhausted and I need to rest. Today is one of those days that I need to listen to my body and do nothing. So I don't know if I'm going to video anymore today or vlog, whatever, but there's really nothing going on today that's worth me vlogging besides just checking in and letting you know how I feel. So I might do that later, but if not, then I will see you guys tomorrow, and it really won't matter to you because you'll be watching this video anyway. So I will talk to you later. Bye. And that is how I do my kids' lunches. Nothing really special. I just make sandwiches the night before. I lay out their sides that they get with their sandwiches. I usually will throw in an extra item like a cheese stick or a fruit cup and nothing too crazy because they don't have a lot of time to eat. And my oldest is the one that gets mainly an extra item because my daughter and my youngest, they don't have the biggest appetite. So I am very careful at what I put and how much I put in their lunch because my oldest boy needs to watch what he's eating. He's a big boy and he's not considered overweight because of his height and his build, but he's at that edge where it's like you need to really maintain what you have and be careful. And you know, it's hard to tell a kid that when they're young. They want to eat and especially for him, he's a preteen and he is hungry a lot. So I make love these rolls. These rolls I get at the bakery at Walmart. They're always marked down. This is $1.98. There's a lot of them in here, and I use those now for bread for their lunches, and they love it. They think they're getting something special. It's just white rolls, nothing fancy. And then I'll put in a cereal bar, side of chips, or like celery with ranch dip, and then they get like a fruit cup or cheese stick or whatever we have. Their lunches are pretty much healthy. The only non-healthy stuff is like when we want to do like this for chips. So it's not that bad. And they get a water in their lunch too. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. I'm very good at trying to do their lunches the day before because in the mornings I am a walking mom zombie and I have zero interest on staying in the kitchen at 6 in the morning trying to make 3 lunches. So it's easier to do it the day before. Last night I did not do that because I was in bed not feeling good, and since I have a little bit of energy, I thought, you know what, let's do it now so I don't have to forget. And my husband would help me. If I asked him, I'd say, hey, could you do their lunches? But I think it's the mom in me that I like to do it. So because I didn't do their lunches last night, they had to buy lunch today. My mom puts money in their school account to help with them getting like little snacks or whatever if they need it. Last year we qualified for the free lunch program, and that was amazing for me. It helped out so much because, you know, when I'm feeling like this, I didn't have to worry about packing lunches. And it's funny because the year before that, they were always bringing their lunch and they complained all the time that they wanted to buy their lunch. And then the next year they got to do that where they bought their lunch, and then they complained about having to stand in the line and getting their food and they wanted to bring lunch. So then we were doing like once a week, letting them bring their lunch because they would complain about it. So it's not, no, you can't please kids all the time. So, but I'm hoping that they qualify again this year because it would really help out, and it kind of saves us money with stocking up for food, so we don't have to get crazy amount of stuff every payday. But I'm gonna get off here because I'm gonna go rest. My youngest is due to come home. That's why I keep looking that way, because the window is right over there and I can see when his bus is gonna pull up. So I'm gonna go because as soon as he's here, he's gonna get a drink and a snack, and I'm gonna go back and lay down because I'm starting to get sweaty. I've already hit my limit of what I can do, so time for me to relax. Bye. Hey guys, good afternoon, and I'm very sorry about this lighting. It was better in here, but it's gloomy. I do have this lamp on, but yeah, can't do anything else, and I don't feel like getting up just to check in and say hey. It's been a week since I did my chemo. Today is Friday, and I did chemo last Friday, and talk about a crazy week. I'm very glad that I'm feeling a little bit better. Not a little bit. I'm feeling a lot better than what I was the past few days. Yesterday was the first day that I was able to do some things that I wanted to do and get done, but I still have stomach issues here and there. So I'm really watching what I eat, even though it's not really anything different. The only thing that I added new was these vegan burgers that are chock full of protein, and they were so good. They weren't even burgers, they were sausage, and I grounded them up and added seasonings and stuff that I always add when I make regular burgers, but just added it to the mixture and made burgers out of the sausage and made enough for like the next week. And they are really good, but I think that's what was irritating my stomach because I'm not used to eating vegan burgers or certain things, and it wasn't made with anything spicy or bad for you. It's made out of eggplant, fennel, garlic, like certain seasonings that were already in it. And I don't know, I guess it was just whatever was in that just upset my stomach even more. And oh my gosh, when I say I couldn't get out of the bathroom, I could not get out of the bathroom. The sad thing is, I probably will still eat them because they're really good and I enjoyed them. But anyway, so I'm taking it easy today because I don't have anything to do because I got everything done I wanted to get done yesterday. Yesterday was kind of stressful. We had a kid that kind of was missing for a little bit. And yeah, that was chaotic. We had one kid, my daughter, stayed home because she was dealing with anxiety issues. My youngest boy comes home earlier than them, usually the older two. So he had come home. Me and my husband were in the middle of getting dinner done, and we noticed that the bus had gone by for my older son, and he didn't get off the bus. And, you know, you kind of panic. So my husband drove up to the school, and it hit me that, okay, he had these two clubs that we signed him up for. They were robotics and a gaming club. Now, the robotics club, I had gotten confirmation that he was in, and it didn't start till on the next Monday, and I couldn't find the paper on this gaming club. Now, the gaming club, I had just signed papers the day before, like literally the night before yesterday, and he had just turned it in yesterday while he's at school. It didn't guarantee that he was in if I signed these papers. Every club has so many spots available. First ones that enter their paper in time are probably in. So I didn't hear anything yet because I didn't assume that the gaming club was even starting this week. And you know, I had called the school and it was frustrating me because nobody was answering. I finally got a hold of the principal who, you know, I explained the situation and he's like, let me go check it out. And waiting for that phone call was nerve-wracking because you start thinking of all these bad scenarios in your head. And I hate thinking that way, but you know, I'm always worried about my kids because I've lost a child. So my biggest fear is losing another one. So I start going through that process. And, you know, I'm texting my husband. He's getting to the school. I said, you know, I found out. And then in the meantime, I had found the paper that said that the gaming club started today. I said, but it doesn't say that if you sign this paper anywhere on this form that you're guaranteed a spot. So I said, I really hope, I said, I'm pretty sure he's just at the gaming club. And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, he was. The principal had called me back saying he was safe and that he was there. I said, okay, thank you. And we got off the phone, let my husband know that it gets out at 5. It was like 4:40. So he had just waited up there and I had made the plates and kept them in the microwave to keep them somewhat warm for him and my son. But the thing that was irritating me was that my son has a cell phone and I couldn't get a hold of him. That's what was panicking me because his phone wasn't ringing. It was just going to voicemail after a while. And on the form, I found the teacher that was doing the gaming club's number. And I called, text, and got no reply. So I was getting frustrated because it's like, you know, you have your number. You're a teacher, and I get that you have a bunch of kids in your care, and you're distracted probably. But you don't know if there's a real emergency happening with one of your students' kids, and Okay, so I just got off the phone with my older two kids' school. So, anyway, so the whole situation yesterday turned out okay. I was just a little frustrated because I couldn't get a hold of people that I needed to get a hold to for my kids. But my daughter's dealing with anxiety, and anxiety sucks. I deal with it. So she stayed home yesterday because of it, and I actually just got off the phone with my daughter's school because I called yesterday and left a message with the counselor that is at the school and explained the situation, and she just called me back and told me that they do have programs at school for mental health, and which is amazing to me, and that they have counselors come out twice a week, and they have things to help out with kids with mental health issues. They do their best, which is really great because the school that my daughter goes to is an amazing school. And this past year there's been a couple kids that's committed suicide. She didn't know them directly, but she knew people that knew them, and that affects a kid, especially when you're young. My daughter's 13. To have to go through two situations like that is heartbreaking. I've gone through knowing someone when I was 17 that had committed suicide, and I don't wish that pain on anybody. It is a horrible pain to go through, and I really felt horrible for my daughter. Two people that had committed suicide she knew, like I said, through mutual friends, and then she had a actual friend attempting, well, attempting to commit suicide, and we had to do like 911 and getting this kid help and this whole thing. And my daughter, it was happening when my daughter was in St. Louis, Missouri, 900 miles away. Getting a phone call from my mom with her panicking and crying in the background, it angered me, but I bust out in tears because it was a trigger for me having to deal with that. So I just got off the phone with the school and setting up what I need to get her help. They said, I'm, very glad that you're very aware of her situation and that you're letting us know of the situation so we can help her out. And I said, of course, like I deal, I guess as a parent, it's your job to do what you can for your kid. You don't just brush it off and say, oh, they'll get better. That's not how mental health works. You need to address the issue whether you like it or not. A lot of people don't like their kids medicated. Well, okay. I'd rather have my kid medicated than suffering, because that's the truth. Your kid will suffer if you don't have proper treatment. And I'm an advocate for medication because, well, all those meds right there keep me surviving and here. And one of those medications is anxiety meds. If I didn't take my meds 3 times a day, it would not be a good situation. I would be anxious all the time. I get severe anxiety attacks if I don't have my medication. It's not like I'm purposely sitting there dwelling on things I don't need to. That's not how anxiety works. So I can relate on a lot of levels, and my job is to make sure that my child, any of my kids, don't have to go through all that suffering. And I get why doctors are hesitant to start kids on meds, especially with addiction issues. But if given the proper dosage and the proper treatment and taken properly, they will have no issues. And I'm an advocate for that. I've had 0 issues with any of those situations. So I'm going to get off here because I need to go rest. I'm very exhausted. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.